Now let's try another string example. So let us say this is the class that we're working with. This is the main function, and here in main function we have a string literal a string content David. So it's a string literal, and since it's a string literal, is computed at compile time, and let's say it's stored at address 100. String b string, again a string literal, content is David Bowie, computed at compile time. Let's say it is stored at address 101 in heap memory. So then in line 9, if hello, a string literal, equals hello, they both are string literals and the contents are the same, so equals is responsible for checking the contents, right? Checking the contents, or comparing the contents, should I say. So then this line is printed as equal. This is printed if David is equals to string. So this is a string literal, a string is also a string literal, right, with content David. Equals to checks for the references and their address, whether the two things being compared are same or not, pointing to the same address or not. They are. So this will also evaluate to true, and this line would be printed as it is. Then we print system out print line a string dot length. What is a string? David. What is the length of it? 5. So this is printed. A string dot char at 0. Char at 0 is this, right? Sorry, for a string it's D. So at index 0 the character is D. So D is printed. Note that this is done during runtime, and the output is D. This is the output. So system out print line a string dot index of vid. What is the index of vid in a string? A string is David, right? What is the index of vid? What is the starting point of it? 0, 1, 2. So v starts from index 2 in David, right? So this will be printed 2. Again, notice that this is calculated at runtime. Again, a string dot substring, it will be done at runtime. Substring of a string from index 2 to 3, 3 being excluded. So this will print out to be v. So starting from index 2, that is if v included and I excluded. So v would be printed. This would be an output. So now system out print line, whatever it is, let's explore the innermost bracket first. So a string dot index of a. Index of a in a string is David. So index is 1, right? Index of I in a string, this is 3. So index 3. So what is the substring between the indexes 1, 3, 3 being excluded in a string? So 1 starts from a. So a would be included, v would be included. Third index, that is I character, will not be included. So this would be our output. Next in this line, system out print line a string is David. So David concatenate Bowie. So this is done during runtime. So initially this is what we have, David dot concat Bowie. So this is the output that we'll get then. This is what we have initially, and then Bowie would be added after concat operation at runtime. And then we calculate the length of that. What is the length of this? This comes out to be 5, 6, 11. So this will print 11. String help b string dot substring. So substring function on b string, which will be done at runtime, starting from index 0 till index a string dot length. A string dot length is 5. So 0 to 5. What is b string from 0 to 5? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Sorry, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is still 5, and we have to exclude 5, right? So this would be printed. This is all done during runtime. Now help is David, right? So this is pointed to help, and let's say this is being stored at address, I don't know, 300. System out print line help. So this will essentially print whatever the help value is. So this is replaced by David, since that is what help is. And if David equals to help, notice that help is David, the contents of help is David, but these two are different. This is a string literal compared with the string object. So string literal David is stored at address 100, and string object help is stored at address 300. So they don't have the same address, right? So this line won't be executed. Next line, David a string, both are string literals, both have the same content, so therefore this line will be executed, and the output will be David is equals to b string. So let's verify this. So this is the first print statement. So equal David is equals to A string 5 D 2 V AV. Then we have 11, yes. Then David, then don't mind the spaces, that's all right. Your concept should be good. And this line is not printed, and this line is executed. David is equals to B string.